All right, second grade, before we start our lesson today, I wanted to review vowel suffixes with you. So, class, can you tell me what our vowels are? Our vowels are, our vowels are, say it with me if you didn't remember, A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. All right, those are our vowels. And a suffix is a fancy word for what? Good. A suffix is a fancy word for an ending. So it's something that we put at the end of a word. So a vowel suffix is an ending that starts with a vowel. Does anyone remember one of our vowel suffixes that we were using the other day? All right. Some of you might have said this one, our ed, d, t, past tense ending. That is a very commonly used vowel suffix. Who remembers another one? It has that funny phonogram in it. Good, we say ing. I am skipping. You are jumping. So we've got a vowel at the beginning of our suffix, which makes it a vowel suffix. All right, another one we talked about was one of our ers. Which was it? Good, the of her. All right, there was one that we didn't use last time, but we might use it today, so I'm going to put it up just in case. All right, let's figure out what sound this vowel suffix makes. Good, it's est. And that is, so if I wanted to say, I have the nicest friend, right? They're not just nice, they're the very most nice one. And instead of saying that, we would say nice est. All right, so this is another vowel suffix, and we might get around to using it today. All right, class, so we have a new thing to learn about when we add suffixes, vowel suffixes. So the other day, we learned that when we're adding a vowel suffix to a 1-1-1 word, we need to double the last consonant. And then we practiced that yesterday. Today, this is a completely new rule. So let's look at the notebook. Can you read the top with me? It says suffix rule. Words ending in silent final E. All right, so our last rule had to do with 1-1-1 words. This new rule has to do with words that have a silent final E. All right, let's read our rule. When adding a vowel suffix, silent final E words are written without the E. Right? So let's look at our words we have over here. Let's read this word. This is a silent final E job 2 that we haven't talked about yet this year. So it's not going to make the vowel say its name. So when you read it, we'll just ignore the E, all right? Good, so our word is live, but it ends with a silent final E. So we're going to apply our rule when we add vowel suffixes to these words. All right, so let's look over here at the suffixes we added. Which suffix is this? Good, edit, past tense ending. And how about this suffix? Good, ing. And look at the first letter of both of them. Are both of these letters vowels? Right, so we know that these are vowel suffixes. All right, we can see what we did. So in our base word, we had a silent final E. When we wanted to add our edit past tense ending, since that's a vowel suffix, we needed to drop that silent final E at the end of our base word live. And then we see the same thing over here with our word living. We have a vowel suffix and our base word ended with a silent final E, so we need to drop that silent final E before we add our vowel suffix. So let's practice using that rule with a new word. All right, class, so let's start with the word hope. What's the word? Good, hope. What sounds do we hear in the word hope? Good, the sounds we hear are O, but this O is A-O-U, so what's going to make it say its name? Very good, silent final E, job 1. Write the sounds in hope and say them while you write them. All right, put your finger under that first phonogram in hope. What do I need to write to spell it? Good. Good. O. Good. And good. Silent final E. Job 1. All right, make sure your hope looks like mine. And I'm going to mark my silent final E, job 1. And now let's read our word. Excellent. So hope ends with a silent final E. That means if I want to add a vowel suffix, I need to drop the silent final E. So let's write the word hoping. I am hoping I get a bunny for my birthday. Hoping. Right, now we know that ing always gets its own syllable, so we don't need to find the syllables. But if you don't remember that, then we'll practice it. Hoping. All right, so yep, it got its own syllable, just like always. All right, so my first syllable is going to be my base word, except what am I going to leave off? Excellent. I'm going to leave off the silent final E, job 1. All right, so write that first syllable. And I'll write it up here too so you can make sure it looks like mine. O and all right, and then our syllable mark. All right, what do we need to write to add ing? What are the sounds in ing? Excellent. I, Write that as the second syllable and say it while you write it. All right, now put your finger under that second syllable. Tell me what I need to write to spell it. Good. All right. So make sure that your word looks like mine. And now we're going to mark our word. All right, so our silent final E is gone, but we're still going to mark the rest of the word like it's there. We mark it that way to honor the base word and so that we know that our vowel is still saying its name even though we dropped that silent final E. So we wouldn't mark this, but if we're marking it like our base word, what would we do to our O? Good, we would underline it. And how about this? Good, we would also underline that. How about this? No. Good, and we would underline our All right, let's read our word now. Excellent, hoping. All right, now we're going to add our ed-t past tense ending, and we're going to write the word hoped. Class, what was our word? Good, hoped. Now remember, this one does not always get its own syllable. In fact, I think most of the time it doesn't get its own syllable. So let's figure out if it gets its own syllable in the word hoped. Hoped. Still just one syllable. All right, so let's start by, let's see. This is our first word. Let's go through it a little bit more slowly. All right, so the first thing I want you to do is write hope, but since we're adding a vowel suffix, what are you going to do to that silent final E? Good, you're going to drop it. Just drop it there on the ground and leave it there. All right, so write that first syllable, or the first part of hope, but without that silent final E. And to turn hope into hoped, what do you need to add? Good. Ed, d, t, past tense ending. All right, so add that. All right, class, put your finger under the first phonogram in hoped and tell me what I need to write to spell it. Good. Oh, good. Do I need to write a silent final E? No, we dropped that. All right, so what do I need to write to turn this into hoped? Good. Ed, d, t, past tense ending. All right, so make sure your word looks like mine. And let's mark it. So remember, we mark it to honor our base word and also because that helps us read it. We don't have to wonder if this is saying its first sound. We know it's saying its name because it's underlined. How about this? Excellent. And how do we mark this? All right, we know we need to underline it, but we know it's not saying its first sound because it didn't get its own syllable. All right, so we need to figure out what it's saying. What are the three sounds of this phonogram? Good, they're ed, d, t, and the word is hoped. All right, so it's saying its third sound. So we'll put a little 3 right there on top. All right, excellent job. Before we end this video, let's review our rule for our for when we're adding vowel suffixes to silent final E words. All right, what do we do to the silent final E? Good, we drop it.